inside, don't wanna feel it. Yeah. So I pour up inside my cup and I just sip till I can't feel it. Ooh. I know it won't solve my problem, but I know it makes a difference. One more sip and I'ma fix it. Out my body when I'm tempted. I told her one more, she hear me say you quit or she dipping. Yeah, yeah. I don't want pain no more. I don't want no more pain. I can go sleep no way. Look at that with no pain. See the rain coming down, but it is not purple today. Came a long way from stacking and rolling that change. And all I ever wanted was some real love.
If you guys aren't familiar, this is my 1996 S10, had a 2.2 liter in it, and I swapped in a 5.3 with a TH400 that's not bolted up. Pretty much I ran out of time, didn't have time to finish it, and it's sat like this ever since, so can't exactly remember how far I've gotten. All I know is the injectors, or the coil packs, injectors, all that stuff are wired up, but we're gonna be pulling this out because this, after we build it, you know, clean it up, tear it apart and stuff, make sure testing or compression test it and stuff like that, will be going into the Merkur. So the diff, I welded it and it must be broke or something because it is not rolling whatsoever. So we're gonna leave it on this trailer because this is going to the junkyard. I'm gonna pull the engine right here in front of the garage. I'm just gonna pull the engine and trans out and then we'll go through this truck and see what's all in there. What's going on, guys? It is the next morning. Last night I did end up pulling the 5.3 and the TH400 out. It took me about, say, 15 minutes, and 5 minutes was just cutting things out the truck to get it out easier. So there's the intake, there's the coil harness and coil plugs and bracket. The intake is off, sitting right there. It's just a truck manifold intake. This is a TH400, and I believe I have this sold already. This is the S10 that I don't think you guys ever saw off camera, but pretty much it was my first swap. I ended up cutting this and welding on a bar right here, and the reason why I'm abandoning this is because I had the engine sitting in it because I forgot what happened, but something ended up happening and I couldn't get back to the truck right away. So I just had the engine and trans sitting into it, and the weight of it was actually spreading this apart. And as you can tell, like, you know, the tire is sitting like angled, this one's straight, this one bent actually, and I didn't weld it in time. So I ended up welding it with the engine in it, so I didn't even get to go all the way around it. Just wasn't happy with how that was going. Sure, it probably could have worked or whatever, but the alignment would have been off, and yeah, I didn't really want that. But yeah, I got a ton of parts in this truck still. So I got Honda, EK coilovers, Honda upper control arms, adjustable upper control arms. I got bearings, that could be for a Honda, that could be for a 240, I don't know. I got couplers, I got aftermarket seats for a Honda. I got a Honda rear brace bar for the subframe. I got a BMW cam locking tool. Got some single cam valve covers. This side of the truck, D-series heater core hoses. I got the PCM for the 5.3. I got some, I think this is all 240 stuff, so 240 oil rings. There should be piston rings and all that stuff for a 240 as well. Got some extra coils for an LS, and this is what the inside looks like. Mice actually, mice got into it pretty good. This truck's just gonna go to the scrapyard. I just have to go through this back and make sure there's nothing useful in here for the LS. I know there is a manifold right there I need to get. That's a drive shaft for the S10. I believe that's really all that's in here that I'm going to keep anyways. So the radiator and stuff's for the 4-cylinder S10, so it won't be efficient enough for the LS, so we're not going to keep any of that. But yeah, it's crazy. I built this thing like 2 years ago. Well, started building it, and events happened. I wasn't able to get back to it, but we still have the engine, which those are going for pretty good penny nowadays. They don't go for like the $300 I paid to pull it. And TH400, those are worth some money. So I got that thing sold, and we're going to try our best to start selling things because we're going to rebuild this engine. First, we're just going to take the TH400 off of it. We're going to drain whatever oil is in there, because I know there's oil in here. And the starter's brand new on here, so we're actually going to jump the starter, try to get a compression check on all cylinders to see how the compression is, and that will determine if we're going to do head gasket or if we're going to need rings, or, you know, kind of dive a little bit deeper into it. But as of right now, I just want to get this thing like washed very nicely, cleaned, so we can paint it, everything look nice. I don't know if it's going to go into Merkur or not. I want it to. I don't know for sure, but it's going to be a fun little project. Give me a break on a Merkur anyways. And then I possibly have the 2.3, if I do swap the Merkur, I possibly have the 2.3 sold already. So, well, that was going to be the end of this video, but I figured it was kind of boring. So I have the engine shoved over here in this little section of crap. But anyway, so here's the engine. This is a 5.3 out of that S10. The S10's already at the scrapyard. Got $209 for it at the scrapyard. There's the TH400 just sitting right there. And I already have that sold to Matt. So also, huge shout out to Matt for not only buying this, which is actually going to help out with this, but with all the help, all the input, all the tools, needs, and everything like that that I ever could ask for that Merkur that is just sitting on this other side of the wall. So just, yeah, huge shout out to Matt. And then we're going to be pulling this, which Matt's going to be helping me. We're going to be pulling the Merkur up here to the garage, because I'm actually going to yank that engine out and that trans out. We're going to set that over like somewhere over here, and we're going to test fit. We're just going to put this in to see if the truck pan will actually clear the crossmember or the subframe, and to see how much room is in here, because I don't think we're going to go turbo. I think we're just going to do like a cam, some valve springs, and like a tune. Try to make like 400 horsepower and see how well that goes. I do plan on running E85 and possibly some Hunter tuned decapped E85 injectors. It's a pretty budget, easy route to you know, gain some horsepower. I believe Sloppy Mechanics said that it could run about 600 horsepower on those injectors, and that is plenty for what, you know, I'm going for in that Merkur. So obviously we're probably going to be upping the horsepower later on, but the whole goal right now is to make this car run and drive. Next, since I'm not using the TH400, I need a AR5 transmission out of a 2005 or up Colorado. I think it bolts to a 2.5. So I want the AR5 transmission. It's going to have a FabBot adapter kit, and we'll probably run a pretty good clutch on there. And it's all going to be hydraulic clutch too, so we're going from cable clutch to hydraulic, which is cool. But that is the plan for this Merkur. So throughout this week, it's supposed to be very nice. Like very nice, no humidity. It's 73 right now, whatever. It just feels great. It's a great week to be alive. And we're just gonna.
Daddy, where are you? I hear how my sandwiches. This one out.
Apparently, my daughter needs help with a sandwich. So that's kind of the goal this week, is just to place this engine in, see how it fits. If it fits, yeah, start looking for a transmission and stuff. So anybody knows where a transmission's at, or you have a transmission, hit me up below. You can hit me up on Facebook or Instagram. Facebook is Gotti's Garage. Instagram is _Gotti's_garage. So I'll put that down here. All right, guys, get the car pushed up to the garage. I'm gonna pull the head off first. Everything, pull the head off. Probably take the exhaust manifold off and stuff like that, so that way it's easier to get to the back of the bell housing bolts. And then we can inspect the head and stuff like that, see how that's going, and then kind of pull the engine from there, kind of leave the transmission in there, see if that works. All right, guys, well, it's probably been like an hour and a half maybe, and all I gotta do is disconnect the drive shaft, undo the trans bolts for the to hold the transmission up, whatever it's called. And then this engine is ready to come out. I gotta do some grounds I gotta take off and stuff, but other than that, this engine's all ready to be pulled. Pretty quick and easy. We'll do a video on what the cause was to the problem on this. I can tell you it wasn't a head gasket, so we gotta figure it out. Day 2 Another cool day today. So we've already sold some parts off the car, like pretty instantly. I have this engine sold already for $200. I just sold the Rapido group turbo 90-degree outlet. I already sold that for exactly what I paid for it. Today's mission is to get the drive shaft undone, transmission unbolted. That way, I don't know if we're gonna be able to pull this engine up. We might be able to with the head off, so I might be able to pull the engine and trans off. We're gonna try that. But yeah, so anyways, that's the mission, is get the engine out of here today. Okay, well, it looks like the engine will come out like this. It's definitely a close fit. I should have pulled the radiator stuff first. I don't know what I was thinking. But right now we're just letting the transmission drain the fluid into a bucket. And yeah, it's on its way out. I'm gonna have to run to the store and get some cat litter because I made a gigantic mess. Some oil started pouring out of the back of this. I'm not too sure why. But that's one of the reasons why we're gonna pull this off. I'm gonna guess I ran a lot of boost in it, so I'm gonna guess all the old, like maybe rear main gasket, it just blew out and it just ran all the freaking oil out, or maybe the oil pan gasket's broke. I don't know. But I ended up messing the car up a little bit. I don't know if you see that, because this strap, I bought these straps from Harbor Freight. They were like $7 for the pack of 4, so they're really cheap. But I had this on the S10 holding all the scrap in the back of the truck, and it must have had a tear. I didn't even see it, so I strapped this up to here so we can kind of level the engine out, and the strap just broke. And when it broke, it came down, it hit this, and it started turning sideways, and something caught right here. I'm not sure what, but I don't see any damage. I don't see any, broken, anything broken, so that's always a good sign. It sucks, but things like that kind of happen. So I'm going to probably set this engine outside, I think. No, I'll probably just set it in here. I'm probably gonna have to buy some plastic or something to set it down on the floor, maybe move these Honda parts, or maybe put it right here next to this LS engine. I don't know, gotta figure something out. But this is gonna be a whole another video on this engine, try to figure out what was wrong with it, why it lost complete compression. And then we got the engine out. We're gonna pull everything out of here, intercooler, the rest of the intercooler pipes, radiator, stuff like that, kind of move all these wirings across. And we're gonna throw that LS in here to see how it looks, to see if it even works. I think it will. I think it works just fine. But yeah, I gotta clean this whole mess up because this drives me crazy. I can't be walking through this. Day 3 on pulling this engine, and I showed you yesterday. I have a master's cat litter still all over the place kind of thing, but I have the engine sitting over here, all the parts in a box right here. We're gonna assemble this later on in a different video, get it ready to be shipped out. Yesterday I did everything I said I was gonna do except for put the LS in here. I ended up cutting up the exhaust. You can kind of see it in the back window a little bit. I cut up the exhaust in probably about 6 sections, whatever, because we're gonna be going a 3-inch exhaust in the back anyways. So yeah, cut all that up, got the drive shaft out. That is also up there. Now for the drive shaft, I'm gonna use this stock rear end for as long as I can, but this is a 2-piece drive shaft. So for the AR5, I plan on just unconnecting it from right there to right there, get the proper AR5 transmission thing so we can connect that to this. Definitely not ideal. Definitely won't be doing very many launches until it finally twists and breaks and stuff, but that's the plan. Just cut a little bit of cost and hopefully get this on the road a little bit sooner. But we got the transmission and the engine out all in one pull. And yeah, so right now we're just gonna be setting the 5.3 in there just to see if it fits, how it fits. I haven't made any mounts, I haven't done anything, but the plan is to be shaving this whole pretty much engine bay. I want to fill all the holes, take out that false firewall, relocate the battery into next to the fuel cell, and just kind of make this all nice and clean in here. Probably do a respray job and stuff, but that is the plan anyways. And then on a separate video, we will be, of course, putting the 5.3 on an engine stand and compression testing it, and then redoing all the gaskets, every single gasket, rear main seal, everything. I don't want any leaks or anything. We're gonna do everything perfectly right. And then we're also gonna be doing like a thumper cam or something, just get a little chop on this car. Not really performance, but yeah, we got a chop. I want to run an E85 through it, so we're gonna do a flex fuel sensor, E85 injectors. Like I said, I can get from Hunter Tune. They're decapped, good for like 600 horsepower. So we're gonna be, doing that. And then, yeah, we're gonna clear a lot of things out. Like we're not gonna need this little coil right here anymore. We're not gonna use the starter solenoid. Maybe. I don't know. What do you guys think about the starter solenoid? I know we could probably utilize it, make it work, but I don't really think we need to. We could just run it from the switch to the ECU. I think that's probably what's gonna have to happen. And then not gonna need the intercooler pipes anymore or anything. We're going naturally aspirated. I thought about turbo, but we don't need that much power in this car, I don't think. So we're gonna set this in just to see what it looks like, get some pictures, get some hype on Instagram. And if you're not following me on Instagram, I'll put the link down in the description as well as right here on the screen, so you guys can go follow me on Instagram. A lot of this stuff that I'm doing is way ahead of the YouTube videos, so you guys can all be in tune with what's going on with the Merkur. All right, guys, holy shit. So I just got like a huge rush of motivation. I wish I had all my welding stuff all set up. I wish I had the AR5 and the fab bot adapter and all that, so I could start making mounts. I don't know why these cars didn't just come with this. Like the 2.3 turbo is it's cool. It's definitely cool. You can definitely get power out of it. But I mean, just look at this. Right now it is just sitting on the subframe. It will be raised maybe an inch above the subframe. And it's sitting on the oil pans on some 2x4s. We're definitely gonna have to go with a muscle car swap pan kind of thing, because it's gonna be not as deep. It'll be shallower with some baffling inside of there, which need baffling. Probably gonna have to switch. I think we can get a smaller crank pulley, thinner. So we'll move it towards the center with some like LS1 accessories. There is definitely room, but I want to get like a 3-core radiator and some electric fans. I might have to cut this out and kind of make like a detachable cross member, whatever you want to call that. But I mean, ton of room. The power steering lines line right up to the power steering pump. That looks easy. The headers look extremely easy. The only problem I see is the line that I made, so I might have to redo that. That's not a big deal either, but look how amazing this looks. Like, it looks absolutely insane in this car. It's very easy to put in. It just slid right in. Like I said, there was plenty of room. There's a lot more room than I was thinking. Headers, straight back. It's gonna be probably to a wide pipe and like a 3.5 inch exhaust all the way out. There will be a cam. It will have a muffler. I hate straight piped LSs. Absolutely hate them. So I'll probably have like a Flowmaster or something on there and make it sound very aggressive. With the cam on here, so it's just gonna have a cam. That's it. We're gonna leave everything else stock. Obviously, we're gonna change all the gaskets and everything like that. Head gaskets, timing chain, we're gonna change that. And yeah, but look at that. That looks amazing. I still have the intercooler pipes on here, but those will obviously not be there. And then I don't think I might get new valve covers. I don't think I'm gonna run ignition coils on the valve covers. I think we're probably gonna remote them. The battery's gonna go in the back, like I was saying. We'll probably have to make some brackets for those, but I just want it to be a clean engine and everything. And as of right now, because I don't have the transmission, so I can't actually make motor mounts for this yet, but the motor mounts are super easy. So right here is the LS the adapt for the motor mounts, and they don't have that far to go. We got to take these things out. They're just gonna be solid mounted, but that just looks incredible. Oh, also we are gonna go with like an LS1 intake because I want to use the stock hood. So what do you guys think? Let me know what you guys think, because I am ecstatic right now. Kind of curious what it looks like inside the car. That's insane. I don't know if you can see it. This is like eye level right now. Oh, this thing's gonna be fast. Kind of sucks that I bought a boost gauge. I'm not gonna need a boost gauge because I'm not gonna turbo this. So yeah, we're gonna have to probably get rid of the boost. Well, we will have to get rid of the boost gauge. Probably just run I don't know, oil pressure gauge or something. But so the engine can't sit in there. I'll show you actually real quick how the oil pan sits. So you guys might go sideways for a second. So the oil pan is pretty low. So I think the muscle car swap pan will be perfect. I think it'll be pretty much level with the subframe, so we don't have to worry about taking out the oil pan. I might actually build maybe like a bar that goes underneath of it so I can actually save. So I'll hit the bar instead of the oil pan. I think I might do something like that. But other than that, we're gonna have to cut out the trans tunnel. So as you can tell right here, this is the bell housing bolt, and it's like way up here. So we're definitely gonna have to cut this out, move it back, whatever, so we can get the AR5 trans in here. Also, this engine is extremely level. I think it can go like 3 degrees. So we are gonna tilt the engine just a little bit to help with room. But yeah, this thing looks awesome. I really think that I think this is a good move. I really do. So this is gonna be a long build. There's money, you know. My YouTube doesn't make money, so it's gonna be a long build. A lot of things are gonna have to be custom made, but we're gonna get it done. And who knows? Maybe we get a nitrous shot on it if we get bored at the power level. So I'm aiming for like 400 horsepower, E85. So we're gonna have to eventually upgrade the rear end and get a bigger fuel cell, because this thing is gonna eat 10 gallons like it's nothing. And I want to use the stock hood to be able to shut the hood. I don't know if that's gonna be possible or not, but that's my goal. So yeah, this is the end of this video. Let me know, guys, in the comments below what you guys think about this. If this is the right move, or if you would have just stuck with the little 2.3 right there. And also let me know if you guys have any questions or concerns on everything. Another thing I should point out is that is a stock truck pan for this 5.3, and it fits in there just perfect. So I don't know what everybody was talking about you know, front sump and all that stuff. I don't understand what they were trying to say, but the truck pan works good, and I feel like this is better than any 302. You guys stay different. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and comment below.